Hey guys, welcome back to the train room. Bit of a departure from the norm. So I'm still working on my big layout in here. So I'm messing around with the track plan. This loop will probably not stay. Something I'm experimenting with. I've also been out collecting soil, which is good. Yeah, I've been messing around with my TOFC stuff. So I got my new F3s there and some older style trailer on flat cars. So I've removed all the 00 scale stuff. That's just not going to happen. I really don't need another project in terms of like putting another gauge or another scale on the layout. So I'm going to go back to just having G scale and N scale, or G gauge and N gauge, depends on how you like to describe it. So, but this one, it occurred to me that, you know, when I started on the big layout, I've never actually done any scenery. So I wanted something to practice on. And I came up with this idea. I had a lot of spare track as well. I had to buy some smaller radius Kato curves, but that's fine. They're not too bad. Although it is the first Kato track I've bought in years, many years. And I was really shocked at how expensive it's become. So I really feel for anybody starting out in the hobby. It's crazy. But anyway, I've come up with this idea. I mean, it's really simple. It's just a tail chaser down the bottom with a passing siding that goes round, finishes over there. And then there's a switching layout on top. And you know, you can't transition from upper to lower. That would just be too much. I would, you know, use too much real estate on making that happen, and it wouldn't look very good anyway. So I've just decided on 2 loops, top and bottom. So bottom loop is for basically rail fanning, and the top loop is for doing switching ops and for, you know, buildings and scenery and all that kind of stuff. So I've opened it up down there so I can access any rolling stock that derails. Just give you a little view from different angles. And also I've cut a little hole here, but I'll have to cut another one that's not big enough. So yeah, that's it really. Next stage is I've got to pull all the track off and drill holes, mark and drill the holes for the bus line and for the switching cables, or for the turnout cables, and then glue down the track. It's 2 layers actually. Obviously I've got the baseboard, which is just that blue foam, or pink foam if you're in the States. And then I had some basic old-fashioned polystyrene left over that I bought years and years ago and never used it. So I just utilized that just to save me buying anything else. It's phenomenally messy and I don't recommend it. If you can get the extruded polystyrene or the XPS stuff, that's much better because you can carve it and shape it much easier. Yeah, that's it really. So that's where I'm at. That's the update. So the other thing is there's a good chance I might be moving into Gibraltar, or I should say spending more time in Gibraltar for a number of reasons. Some of it is the frontier, some of it is there might be a job change coming up. We'll see. I mean, I'm happy to continue going to sea, but an opportunity has arisen in Gib that might mean, and it's early days, it might mean I'm there more often. So I want to continue with the hobby, and I've got a very small space in Gib to put this. So that was another kind of reason that maybe design something like this. But it's fun. It's really good fun. I'm looking forward to continuing. And because it's not too big, you know, you can make progress pretty quickly. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll still keep this running, and I really enjoy it. But it just seems that every time I come home, I'm changing track plans and messing around. I never actually progress anywhere. Like, you know, the classic case is deciding to remove the 00 and put the N scale on again, which is fine. So, but I wanted something I could make progress with, and I don't know, just change my skills, or practice my skills before I start on the big one. And I also wanted to see and to show what can be done in a very small space, and I think it's relatively interesting. So you got upper deck and a lower deck, and there's going to be a bit of everything in there. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'm hoping the next update will be track glued down and tunnels painted, maybe even some ballasting. We'll see. And then I'll start on the scenery side of things. All right, guys, thanks for watching.